What's going on, guys? All right. I think we got it fixed. Sorry about that. We had some technical issues, but it took me about a half hour, but I think we're good to go. Seems like the stream is running again. So this is the Movie Idiot Live show. We do it every single week, or we try to, even though it's been a couple of weeks, and I'm sorry about that. Been a busy kind of month going on right here. As I had told you guys before, working 2 jobs, a lot going on, so I do the best I can, but this is the Movie Idiot Live show. What is the Movie Idiot Live show? Well, that is where we get together and we talk all things movies, TV, all that fun stuff. Streaming, of course, right here every week. We do it live on YouTube. We do it live on Facebook. We do it live on Twitch. And we do it live with you. You guys, of course, get to interact with this show every single week, and there's a few ways you can do that. You can do that via Twitter and or Facebook at Movie Idiot 1. You can do that, of course, sending in emails for main topics for the show if you like, themovieidiot@gmail.com. You can also interact, of course, live in the comments section below if you're watching live. Comment hello, say hi, how you guys doing? Comment below, and of course, you can comment on all the main topics that we have going on the show today. But of course, the best way to interact live with the show is the tip link, streamlabs.com/movieidiot, because when you interact with the tip link, you are not only interacting with the show, but you are helping support the show, and that is an amazing, awesome, fun thing. All right, now that I got that out of the way, I have a lot, and I mean a lot of stuff to go over this week. We got a lot of movie and TV news to do, so we're going to get right into it, to our main topics. The way the show works is we talk about all the main topics. Hillary says, hey, what's up, Hillary? Hildo, how you doing? So we got a lot of main topics to get through. The way the show works, we go through all the main topics, and then we get to your guys' questions and comments. This show is going to go a little different because we're going to do all the main topics. We're going to go through all of you guys' questions, comments, and then I'm going to jump right into spoiler discussions for not only Godzilla Vs Kong, but also Falcon and Winter Soldier. We're going to do that at the end of the show. There will be a spoiler warning, so I will not talk spoilers until I get to that spoiler warning, so you will be warned. Do not worry. Okay, that being said, we're going to jump right into our first main topic of the day. First main topic of the day goes a little something like this. Godzilla vs. Kong is a box office and HBO Max hit. Will it shake up the future of movie-going? So if any of you have been paying attention, of course, the big blockbuster movie Godzilla vs. Kong hit theaters this past weekend. And yes, friends, it definitely has been the biggest movie of what they call the pandemic and COVID era. It racked up $48.5 million domestically in the U.S. And this is with, of course, having a release simultaneously on HBO Max. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. It killed the previous record held by Tenet, and it did a great job. Now, granted, comparatively, in the non-COVID era, of course, this wouldn't be that big of a number, right? But in the COVID era, this is a huge number, and it's looking good. And guys, I'm excited. Of course, I saw this movie. I saw it at the AMC. I've reactivated my A-list, and I saw it at the AMC Dolby Prime Theater, AMC 12 over in Vernon Hills, Illinois, if you must know. AMC Dolby Prime 12. It was amazing. Awesome movie. Definitely a movie I would recommend seeing on the big screen. Again, I'm not going to go into spoilers right now. No spoilers will be given on this show until the end of the show. But that being said, it also performed very well considering that the previous movie to this, Godzilla King of the Monsters, came in at right around $57 million for its opening weekend. So considering everything, this movie did very well. In fact, it did this well. I'm going to show you guys some numbers here. These are the numbers for Godzilla vs. Kong. Domestically, of course, $48.5 million, but internationally, another $237.3 million for a worldwide total of $285,800,000. That is really good for a COVID era movie. So Let me give you my kind of general non-spoiler thoughts on this. Oh, before I get into that, I should actually show you guys this as well. These, of course, are the Rotten Tomato ratings. Getting a 75% rating on the critic rating, but it's coming in at a whopping 93% on the audience score, guys. 93%. That is killing it, my friends. That is killing it. So yeah, that's where we're at. So with Godzilla vs. Kong. Now, I'm going to tell you kind of my general non-spoiler thoughts. Of course, at the end of the show, I'm actually going to go into a spoiler discussion because I don't have time to do 3 different shows, so I'm just going to tack it on at the end of the show. So I will give you guys a spoiler warning when we do that. That's not yet, though. So the non-spoiler review starts now. Godzilla vs. Kong was a fun monster movie. Is this a movie that's going to have a great story? No. Are there some definite logic issues? Yes. Are the characters all flushed out and developed? No. But is it unbridled monster versus monster mayhem? Oh, yeah. It is great. And on top of that, what I loved about it, too, is the special effects are amazing, and I love the Kong story. Kong's story in this is, I think, a little bit better than Godzilla's story, for sure. But all in all, it's a fun movie. It's a really good one, and I fully recommend, again, going to see it in theaters. I watched it in theaters, and then I watched it again at home, and I can tell you it's a huge difference. Seeing it on the big screen with the big sound and all of that, it's definitely the way to go. So I fully recommend it. Of course, the thumbs up on that. Definitely recommend Godzilla vs. Kong. It was a really great movie. Really good movie. I gotta stop saying great. It's a really good movie. So I fully recommend it. Definitely check it out. But again, if you're gonna do it, check it out in theaters. So with that being said, the topic of today's video, of course, was our heroes, Godzilla vs. Kong saves theaters. The answer to that question is maybe. I think that Godzilla vs. Kong and the way it is performed is showing definitely that people are willing to get back out, and people are going to be more and more willing to get back out. I think you're going to see a major resurgence, and this trend should go upward for movies like Mortal Kombat, but in reality, it's going to be Black Widow. When Black Widow comes out, I think that's going to be the one that really pushes things over the top. That's in July, and I think that's going to be the one that really kicks things almost to those pre-pandemic type numbers. Black Widow is probably going to be the movie that does that. But all in all, great showing for Godzilla vs. Kong and a great start. And what a way to kind of open it back up a little bit and show everybody that, okay, we're going back to the theater now. So awesome. I'm very happy for all the people involved with Godzilla vs. Kong. Great movie. Really good movie. All in all. So that being said, I'm going to move on to the next main topic for the day. Now, I got to tell you guys, we've had a lot of movie trailers drop over the weekend. So I'm going to kind of barrel through them all. And again, like I told you guys at the beginning of the show, there's a lot of topics to talk about today. So lots and lots of trailers. So we're going to start with this one. This, of course, is the Black Widow. Black Widow dropped a brand new trailer over the weekend. Now, there have been quite a few different trailers for Black Widow over the last year and a half. This movie's been pushed off so many times. I saw a really funny meme of like a aged up Scarlett Johansson where she looks like she's super old, and it's the movie premiere for Black Widow on 2024 or something like that. I was dying. It was a really funny meme. Anyway, so Black Widow trailer hit over the weekend, a brand new one. This is probably going to be your final Black Widow trailer, most likely. It was an extra trailer that I don't think they were planning on putting out, but what I liked about it is they definitely got into some character development a little bit, and you can definitely tell kind of where this movie is going to go and what it's going to be about. So in that case, I thought it was a really good trailer. It's got my interest for sure. The thing with Black Widow is, this is a movie they didn't have to make. Like, we all know what happened to her in Endgame. And so was this movie really necessary? No. but it looks super entertaining, guys. It looks really good if the previews have anything, to say about it. So I definitely am excited to see it. I don't know about what you guys think. Did you guys see the Black Widow trailer? If so, did you like it? Let me know in the comments below your guys' thoughts on that. And I'm going to move on to the next main topic of the day after I take a sip of tea, guys. I need a sip of tea. There we go. All right. So, speaking of movie trailers, another movie trailer that hit over the weekend, Space Jam 2. Yes, the LeBron James Space Jam 2 hit over the weekend, and we are now finally getting a full trailer. It looks as if we're gonna get a really awesome view of what Space Jam is about. I actually kind of enjoyed it. I'm not going to lie. I was a little weary. Look, I'm a huge Michael Jordan fan, and there is no secret about that. So I was a little weary about this trailer, but all in all, I feel like Space Jam 2 definitely, kind of showed its story, and it didn't look terrible. It didn't look terrible. As Jake chimes in and says, yes, I love Florence Pugh. Dude, yeah, she looks great in that movie, Jake. Definitely agree with that. But anyway, go back to Space Jam. So, I kind of liked it. And I know I'm going to try not to get too far into controversy and stuff. I know there was some controversy about Pepe Le Pew not being in this movie, right? One thing I was very surprised to see, because, of course, there was some controversy with Looney Tunes and how they're removing the guns from Looney Tunes. Well, one of the scenes in this trailer, Daffy turns to Yosemite Sam and says, shoot the ball, and he takes out 2 guns and pop, 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 shoots the ball. I was very surprised to see that. So it doesn't look like everything's getting canceled from this movie, so everybody can be happy. There's some give and take there. I don't know. I try to stay out of all that stuff, but it was something that definitely did stick out to me in the trailer. But I will say this, I'm intrigued. Is this going to replace or live up to the Michael Jordan Space Jam? I don't know. First of all, if we're being honest, is Space Jam, the original movie, really that good of a movie? I mean, I love it because it's Michael Jordan, and I love it because it's Looney Tunes. But let's face it, is it really that good? The bar is not that high. It's not that high. And the preview for this movie, I thought, looked really good. It definitely piqued my interest again. So that's kind of where I'm at. Where are you guys at? Are you guys interested in the new LeBron James Space Jam movie? Did you see the trailer? If so, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought. And I'm going to move on to the next main topic of the day. And the next main topic of the day, of course, is another trailer. Another trailer hit over the past week here, and this one set a record. So if you guys don't know what this is, rated R movies sometimes, not always, but sometimes release what they call a red band trailer. The reason they call it a red band trailer is because you know how it says this trailer approved for this audience, right? That's a band. Sometimes those bands are green. Those are safe for all audiences. And sometimes they're red, showing that they are for mature audiences. Well, Suicide Squad, the new Suicide Squad movie, released a red band trailer, and it set a record. It set the all-time traffic record in the first week, beating out recently the Mortal Kombat trailer. So filmmaker James Gunn reported on Twitter that the first red band trailer for his upcoming Suicide Squad movie hit a first week record of over 150 million views. That beats the 116 million views that the Mortal Kombat trailer did. Now, I got to tell you guys, I saw this trailer, and it is awesome. I am so stoked for this movie. Okay, I know the first Suicide Squad was a mess, but the first Suicide Squad did have some redeeming values. Harley Quinn, I thought, was really good in it, and there were some good things in the first Suicide Squad movie, even though it sucked. So you take some of those good things, you mix in James Gunn, who's an amazing filmmaker and an amazing screenwriter, and you're going to get a bonkers fun movie. And this, Oh my God, this movie looks like it's going to deliver. First of all, John Cena looks like he's going to be the butt of so many jokes in this. Like there's a scene in this trailer where they're talking about he's like, look, if this whole beach was filled with dicks, I would eat every dick on this beach just for justice. It's like, and then somebody turns and they're like, why would there be dicks all over the beach? Like it's just bonkers. You got to watch it. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But honestly, I'm very excited for this movie. King Shark looks like he's going to be so funny in this movie. Voiced by Sylvester Stallone, by the way. And again, this movie has my interest. I am very stoked for it. But the big question, guys, is have you seen the new Red Band trailer for not for Mortal Kombat, for Suicide Squad? Let me know in the comments below if you have, and let me know what you thought. And I'm going to move on to the next main topic of the day. And shocking, the next main topic of the day is another trailer for Loki. The Loki trailer dropped, guys. And so we've had WandaVision, and then we've had Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is going on right now. And those two have been great. They've been great. I can't complain at all. They were awesome. But I didn't know what to think when they said they were going to do a Loki show. And I got to say, the trailers for this show have completely won me over. I have been sold by the trailers. This show looks good. Of course, Tom Hiddleston is great, right? But Owen Wilson's character in this show looks awesome. I mean, it just looks like they're really going to delve into something that, you know, the thing that I was talking to somebody about this earlier today, and the thing with Loki is, and the thing with the MCU right now is they're really going for it. They're taking risks. WandaVision was a huge risk. I feel like Jake says talk about Godzilla before I go to bed. Sorry, man. I got to wait till the end for the spoiler discussion. I got a few other things, man. We're going to get there, though. We're going to get there. I'm a little more than halfway through right now. Okay, so anyway, I was not that interested in the Loki series because I was like, again, another dead character, right? But I really, really, really am liking the way this is looking. And again, I'm just loving all the risks that the MCU is taking right now. They're not being careful. You know, they're not going, oh, we have this property, we have to just, you know, take little baby steps. They're going, fuck it. Let's throw all this crazy shit out at our fans, you know? And I'm loving it. And this Loki show looks like it's going to be doing that too. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below if you guys saw the Loki trailer. Did it pique your interest? Did it not? I want to hear from you guys again. Hit me up, comments below, and I'm going to move on to the next main topic. We're almost there, Jake. We're almost there. All right, next main topic. Netflix buys the Knives Out sequels for $450 million. So Knives Out, if you guys have not seen, is an awesome movie that was written and directed by Rian Johnson, who everybody loves to hate from Star Wars. And it's an awesome movie. Knives Out is exceptional. It is such a great movie. And so Netflix has turned around and talked to Lionsgate, and they said, you know what? Screw it. We're going to buy this movie. The two sequels coming up, we're going to buy them for $450 million. And this is an absolute win for Lionsgate and the Knives Out crew because of a few things. One, now they won't have to do any major marketing. Netflix will do it for them. They don't have to pay for that. The movies, basically, all they got to do is produce, you know, and make the movies, and then they're done. So there's no theater cut. The theaters aren't going to take any money out of this. They're guaranteed $450 million. Boom, done. For Netflix, they're going to take a loss. Let's just face it. Netflix is going to take a loss, spending almost $500 million on these two movies. But they're going to be able to say, we are the exclusive home for this Knives Out series. And that is a big deal for Netflix. And I feel like that's something that's going to help them in the long run, especially since they're getting some pressure now from Disney Plus, and they're getting some pressure from HBO Max. So I think it's a good move for Netflix in the sense it's a prestige move, but it's a bad move in the sense that they're going to lose money. And they're okay with that, and that should make it okay. A prestige move that they need for movies especially, because their TV shows are top-notch, but their movies have been tough going. So now you got a pretty proven commodity. I mean, no guarantee, of course, but a pretty proven commodity in the Knives Out movie franchise. So I feel like it's still a good move, even though it's a loss. For Knives Out, it's a no-brainer. For Lionsgate, it's a no-brainer. Guaranteed $450 million in your pocket. Done. So that's what I think. I'm excited, of course, for the sequels coming up. Daniel Craig was awesome. He's the only holdover character from the original going to the second one now, so he's going to reprise his role as the detective, the Poirot type guy. I forget the guy's name. I don't know if it says it in here. I don't see it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Point being is that he's going to reprise his role. I'm excited for this movie. But it isn't about me. It's about you guys. What do you guys think? Let me know in those comments below your guys' thoughts, and I'm going to move on to the next main topic for the day. Again, I told you guys we had a lot of main topics to get through, but we're almost there. So, next main topic of the day, I have been watching a little show on Amazon, and I got to tell you, Amazon. They brought me The Boys, and that was amazing. And then there's this, Invincible. And this show, if you have not seen it, is awesome! It is awesome! Dude, you guys, it's an incredible show. It's animated, but it is just as dirty and gory and everything that The Boys is, I think, on steroids. It's also produced by Seth Rogen, who produced The Boys as well. But this show is great. And the best part of it is it's not just that it's gory, not just that it's adult, but it's also the character development in this show is unreal. It is written so well. And there's so many what the fuck moments in this show. You guys, if you have not checked out Invincible on Amazon Prime, I fully recommend it. Check it out. It is amazing. And if you don't believe me, believe this. Critic rating of 96% for the Invincible show. Audience score of 95%. I mean, it's just phenomenal. It's killing it. So I fully recommend it. This is my new favorite show right now on TV. It is awesome. So currently, I am loving this show even more than Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think this show is better, in my opinion. So, but it's not about what I think. It's about what you guys think. Have you checked out Invincible? If so, what did you guys think? Let me know in those comments below and or via the tip link, of course, streamlabs.com/movieidiot. And I'm going to move on to the next main topic of the day. And that, of course, is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So we are now 3 weeks. 3 weeks. So there's been 3 shows. So we're halfway through the show right now for Falcon and Winter Soldier. And I got to tell you guys, I like it. I do. I like Falcon and Winter Soldier. But I don't like it as much as WandaVision right now. Especially this last episode. It was good. First of all, the action in this is amazing. Like, all the action scenes are super good. It's got really good character development. And you really get a deep dive, and especially Bucky, I feel like. And a little bit with Falcon too, but I feel like Bucky is definitely the more deep character-driven part of this. But WandaVision was such a surprise. And then I feel like this, maybe my expectations were a little high. And I still may end up liking it more. But for right now, I don't even want to say this. Never mind. I think it's good. I don't think it's great. Where I felt WandaVision was great. But we're only halfway through. I have to be patient. There's probably going to be a lot of payoff. And I'm going to get into more spoiler-ish stuff on this in a little bit. We're almost there to the spoiler discussion. So, but I do want to say that I feel like right now I'm just kind of, it's good and I'm enjoying it. but not as much as WandaVision. That's where I'm at. Where are you guys at? Before I get to that, here are the Rotten Tomatoes scores on Falcon and Winter Soldier. So, critic rating of 96, but the audience score 77, and that is a big deal. Your audience right there is not loving this show, and I think, you know what? I'm actually curious. I'm gonna do something here really quick. Let's compare that to WandaVision. WandaVision ended up with an 81% audience score. So just to compare. So yeah, I mean, it looks as if even the critics score is a little bit higher. Well, critics score is higher for Falcon and Winter Soldier. So it looks like the audience is kind of feeling like I am, where they're not enjoying this as much. But this could change. And again, we're only 3 episodes in, although that is halfway through this show right now. But again, I'm just kind of like, it's good, but it's not great. That's kind of where I'm at. But it isn't about me. It's about you guys. Let me know in the comments below your guys' thoughts. Where are you at? How are you feeling about Falcon and Winter Soldier so far? And I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about it in just a little bit here, because we have now reached the part that Jake was looking for. And that's spoiler alert. We're going to talk spoilers. Open spoilers about Godzilla vs. Kong. We're going to start there. Open spoiler alert for Godzilla vs. Kong. After that, we'll do Falcon and Winter Soldier. But I did want to talk open spoilers because I'm not going to be able to get to this. So I'm going to do it now, right here live on the show. So if you've not seen Godzilla vs. Kong, you want to tune out right now because we are going to talk open spoilers about Godzilla vs. Kong starting right now. So... that's not the right one. That's the right one. Godzilla vs. Kong. I saw it again, as I told you before earlier in the show, over the weekend. And I saw it Saturday night at the Dolby Prime again. I watched this movie on a movie screen, on a big movie screen. If you're going to watch Godzilla vs. Kong, you're going to want to watch it on a big screen. It is not nearly as good on the little screen. So that's the first thing I would say. Second thing I'm going to say, I totally enjoyed this movie. Again, for what it is. It is Monster Mania. First of all, I was a Team Kong guy, and let's just start right here. They said there is a definitive winner in this movie, and they were correct. Godzilla was the definitive winner. 2 out of 3 rounds, if you want to even call the second round a second round, I don't know. I felt like that was just like the second and third round were the same fight, but, whatever. Godzilla was clearly the stronger of the two. Kong put up a great fight. Godzilla was clearly the stronger of the two. And I was a Kong guy. Kong was my dude. Kong was my guy. I wanted Kong to win. But inevitably, Godzilla was the stronger of the two, and I was okay with it. That was one of the biggest things. I wanted them to do this in a way where if it wasn't my guy, right, if it wasn't Kong, they better show it in a way as to why, and I better be okay with it, And I felt like they did a great job with that. The best part of this movie by far is the little girl's relationship with Kong. Like, it is by far the best character-driven portion of the movie. The rest of it is kind of, whatever. People, blah, blah, blah. I hated the bad guys. There's a bad guy. He's like the CEO of Apex or whatever, and his daughter is just a piece of shit. Couldn't stand her. He wasn't a great dude either, but I actually hated his daughter worse. And Kong really gave it. Oh, that was great. That was a very good scene for me. But all in all, I will say, just kind of going through it, I loved the relationship with the little girl and Kong. I felt like that was the definite backbone of this movie as far as character development goes. Godzilla, I heard somebody say he was like more of a secondary character, and I think there was a trade-off. Yes, Godzilla was kind of a secondary-ish character, I guess, but he was clearly the stronger of the two and the winner of the fight. And that's the trade-off. They needed Kong and his story to carry the movie when there wasn't action on the screen, where they didn't need Godzilla to do that. They used Godzilla more as a villainous type, even though really he wasn't. And that's another thing somebody was telling me earlier today. They're like, well, I felt like they made Godzilla the villain. And if you really pay attention, Godzilla was not the villain. Godzilla was just doing what he does. He hunts down the apex guys. He hunts down the Titans, and he kills them. That's what he does. And they explain that very thoroughly in the movie, I thought. There's another person who was saying that they wished that, they kind of got into the lore of the movie a little bit more. And I felt like they actually did. In fact, one of the things I didn't like about the movie is when they got to what's it called? The inner Earth portion, when they get in there, when Kong finds his axe. Whatever that place is called, I can't remember right this second. But when they get there, how are there stairs? How is there a door? I mean, like, did the Kongs, were they like building shit? Or did like the Godzillas and Kongs get together and build shit? That I thought was kind of I felt that was a weak part of the story. I was not impressed with it at all. So there's that. Sorry, guys. But again, I didn't care. The biggest thing I wanted from this movie was good monster battles and lots of them, and I felt like I got that. You definitely saw how strong and powerful these two monsters are. Again, there were some things, that like two monsters standing on an aircraft carrier. No, that's not going to happen. Okay, that thing would have tipped over. But suspend disbelief on some things, But all in all, it's entertaining. And again, I would tell you guys this. If you're going to watch this movie, do it in a movie theater. Do not, I repeat, do not. I mean, you can watch it on HBO Max, but you will be doing yourself a disservice. If you're going to watch Kong versus Godzilla, watch it in a theater. It is so worth it. It is so worth it. So much better in a theater than it is on HBO Max. What else can I talk about with this movie? I thought Millie Bobby Brown's character was okay. Kind of the same deal as her role in Godzilla King of the Monsters. She did a good job with it. I just didn't feel like it was all that big of a thing. It wasn't nearly as good of a dynamic as the Kong role with the little girl. I thought that was so much better. The little girl in the movie, I thought this was cool. The little girl in the movie is deaf, but she's actually deaf in real life. So she's a deaf actress. So I thought that was really cool. I found that out on the special features on HBO Max because, of course, I watched the movie when I got home again because why not? So I thought that was cool. So yeah, again, all in all, I really enjoyed it. I do love the definitive winner and the Mecha Godzilla. So cool. Like they did a great job with that. I really enjoyed that. I didn't feel like somebody was saying that there were some holes with how they did Mecha Godzilla. I didn't agree with that at all. I felt as if it was done correctly, and I don't. How else are you going to do that? I thought using the consciousness of Ghidorah as kind of the catalyst of the Mecha Godzilla. I thought that was great. So I enjoyed that as well. But yeah, so that's kind of my open spoiler thoughts on this movie, Godzilla vs. Kong. Again, not about me, it's about you guys. What did you guys think of Godzilla vs. Kong? Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear from you, your thoughts on Godzilla vs. Kong. And I'm going to move on to the last spoiler discussion item that I have. And of course, that is, again, I'm going to jump back to Falcon and Winter Soldier. Again, before I start this, open spoiler alert. Spoiler alert for Falcon and Winter Soldier. And I'm going to jump right into this because, first of all, we're on episode 3, and I'm going to talk about this guy right here, Baron Zemo, who, of course, we met in Civil War. Dude, what an awesome Awesome character. Way better in this TV show than he was in Civil War. First of all, right there, the fist pump. Oh, hold on, let me get to the main view here. We gotta do that proper. That I about died when I saw that. I was dying. That was so funny. But so open spoiler discussion here. There's so many things with this show. The Bucky stuff and getting into let's go back a couple episodes here, and Bucky and his therapy sessions. It's everything that like you could want in character development for Bucky, right? Like, you know, how is he dealing with not being the Winter Soldier anymore, but still having all those memories and all that stuff? And you know, they said it in Civil War. You know, Tony's like, you know, do you even remember them? He's like, I remember all of them. And now you see how he has to deal with that he's remembering all of them. It's such a great job with that. Sam's an Avenger. Sam Wilson is an Avenger and can't get a loan to save his parents' boat because he got blipped out, so he didn't have income for the last 5 years. That is delving deep into a lot of issues like what would happen if you were gone for 5 years. Well, apparently you can't get a loan, even if you're an Avenger. Sharon Carter. Oh my God. I think Sharon Carter, first of all, she may be the power broker. Let's just go there. Sharon Carter may be the power broker. And then on top of that, I think she got screwed over, and she's telling it. Like, she's like, you know, yeah, because Sam was telling her, yeah, you know, remember I was on the run for 2 years. She goes, yeah, is big difference. She is on the run, but not only is she on the run, I wonder if she holds a little hostility towards Cap, because Cap never bailed her out, never helped her. She's been on the run this whole time. Cap's been around the whole time. Why did he not help her? The whole time. Why? I'm very curious. I bet she's probably a little bitter, especially since Cap done went back in time and made Nasty Style with her Aunt Peggy instead of her. He picked her Aunt Peggy over her and left her to rot in Madripoor. Dude, I have a feeling she's going to end up being a baddie. My big prediction is she probably is the power broker, and she's a baddie. She's not to be trifled with. Total guess, but that's my guess. Let's see what else. I don't know. Like I said before with this show, it's not WandaVision, but we're only halfway through. I mean, WandaVision didn't find its tracking until, its footing until episode 4 either. So, although I enjoyed the early episodes of WandaVision, I feel like, it didn't really find its footing until episode 4. So possibly, see, the problem and the difference is this show only has 6 episodes, whereas WandaVision has 8. So, I don't know. But they could end up, like I said, like tying it all together and closing it out strong. So, that's kind of where I'm at. But I do really enjoy it. Again, I'm loving the Baron Zemo. Like, I heard somebody call him Bruce Baron Wayne Zemo, like, because he's got his little butler, like Alfred and stuff, and he's got his jet and everything. So I thought that was good. Very good represent when he wore the mask, dude, and was whooping some ass and just taking fools out. Oh my God, that was an amazing scene. So yeah, a lot of good in this show, but I still feel like it's got a lot that it could be and could do. So that's kind of where I'm at. But it isn't about me, guys. It's about you. Boom, in the comments below. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. How do you feel so far on the first 3 episodes of Falcon and Winter Soldier? Hit me up. I didn't do a deep dive into it. Hopefully next week I can deep dive just right into the next episode. Again, I'm doing the best I can here, guys. But that's going to do it for all of the open spoiler discussion and for our Movie Idiot show today. That's kind of where we're at. So I hope you guys enjoyed that portion of it. I'm going to get through some of these comments here really quick. I have 3 tip comments here. So the first one comes from my guy, Del Mackey. And he writes in, Mike, missed you. Oh, I missed you too, Del. He said, couple of things. Godzilla vs Kong, awesome. Little Girl and Kong were great. Falcon, yes. Let me stop there before I get into. So yes, I agree with you, Del. I feel like the Little Girl and Kong storyline is definitely the strength and the backbone of that movie for sure, without a doubt. Because without that movie would have been really boring between fight scenes. I felt like they did a great job with that storyline, and that's the difference between this movie and Godzilla vs. King of the Monsters. So anyway, Little Girl and Kong were great. Falcon and Winter Soldier, good, but is it just me or not quite living up to... Dude, you're reading my mind. So, yep. So not quite living up to WandaVision, he said. Yeah, I agree, Del. I agree. Falcon and Winter Soldier are good, but it is not quite living up to the WandaVision. I would agree with that. So, next tip comment I have. And again, if you want to send in a tip comment, of course, you can do so. Streamlabs.com/movieidiot. Again, when you send in tip comments, you not only interact with the show, but you, of course, help support the channel and the show. And I really appreciate that as well. So, next tip comment comes from Fapt. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Okay. Let's try that again. Next tip comment comes from Fapton America. I said this on my show 2 weeks ago. Yeah, anyway, the next tip comment comes from Fapton America. Says, "Hey Mike, love the show. First time writing in. Do you think that Zemo is the power broker? Loving Falcon and Winter Soldier." Well, we don't want to give too many spoilers away, but yeah, Fapton America, I feel like actually I don't. I think it's Sharon. I think Sharon Carter's the power broker, but I think it's a very good possibility that Zemo could be. So we shall see. I guess we shall see. Dude, great name, Fapton America. Oh my God, awesome. All right, and then the third and final tip comment of the night comes from Nick Papa Giorgio, and he says, "I had some issues with Godzilla vs. Kong, but all in all, it was more enjoyable than Godzilla King of the Monsters. 6 out of 10 maybe for me. Wish it could have expanded on the lore of the monsters more." So this is exactly what somebody else was saying earlier. I felt like it did a great job expanding on the lore of the monsters. Did I like some of the lore? No. Again, how did these monsters build a temple? Like that I don't know. But that being said, it's forgivable. Yeah, I mean, I would 6 out of 10 I think is a little low. I really thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I try not to give numerical scores out too much, but I definitely feel it's a little bit better than a 6 out of 10. But that's just me. But all in all, Nick, I agree with the assessment pretty much. There were definitely some issues with the movie, but all in all, it was good monster on monster killer fun, and that's really all we wanted, right? Like I wasn't expecting Shakespeare here. This is supposed to be two monsters going at it, and it was glorious. And they did what they said. There was a definitive winner, and can't ask for much more than that. So it's kind of where I'm at, and that's gonna do it. That's going to do it for this week's Movie Idiot Live show. I want to thank everybody who's chimed in. Jake, Hillary, Del Mackey, Fapton America, Nick Papa Giorgio. I want to thank you all for chiming into the show. Really appreciate it. We're going to do it again next week. I don't know what day. I'm going to do the best I can, guys. As you all know, I've told you more than a few times now, I'm working 2 jobs, although this is the last week for a little bit that I'll be working 2 jobs, which will be kind of nice. Yeah, so we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. We'll get another show in next week. We'll be doing some spoiler discussion, of course, on the next episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier next week as well. So we'll get into all that. Again, I appreciate everybody checking in, and I hope you all have an amazing week, and I will catch you all later. Peace.